All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome into what should be a fun night here on the college football Nightcap. It's finally here. The very first playoff game is finally here. I'm your host, Lucas Hill, bringing you everything around the world of college football. We're going to have a great night tonight. We're going to be here bringing you the most in-depth analysis around college football, as well as we break down everything that goes on with today between Indiana and Notre Dame for the college football playoff, the opening game of the college football playoff. So cannot wait. Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and do a little sneak preview as we begin this game. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at the lines real fast, do our little betting lines, as we often try to do every now and then. This is going to be a fun one. Let me just tell you, guys. I'm not really expecting a whole lot. By the way, the game is presented by Fortnite OG Season 1, Episode 1, or Chapter 1, Season 1. The fact that that Fortnite is sponsoring this is kind of insane. Are you kidding me? Why are we doing this? But let's go ahead and let's take a look at the spread on this one. Notre Dame, 6.5 points. The over-under is 50.5. Give me the under in that one, to be honest with you. I would bet the under, which is 50.5. So definitely would consider that. So we'll just have to see what happens with that as well. And we'll just – do I firmly believe that it's going to happen? Do I firmly believe that we will eventually see an Indiana upset? I'm not sure. I am not sure. But I would definitely take the under in the total points. I think this is a low-scoring game. I think this is a defensive slugfest. I think that this one definitely is going to end up getting really, really ugly early on, depending on what Notre Dame does early in the football game. I'll tell you what, though, if Curtis Rourke and company stay on with this Notre Dame team, there's a likely chance that we could potentially see an upset. Very, very likely. Not sure if it will happen, but guys, there's nothing that you can count out, especially when you talk about a team like this Indiana team. Like, Indiana will beat people to sleep. Make no mistake about it. They will beat people to sleep. All right, guys, I just posted a link on my Twitter. If you want to be a participant in the show, click the link if you are interested, if you want to be a part of this. Guys, we are excited for you to be a part of this. We want you to be a part of this. We're excited for you to be a part of this, guys. I am really excited for today. We want you guys to be a part of this show. So make sure, click the link if you want to join in. We'll get your questions. We'll get your insights, what's leading up to this game, and we will see what happens from then on. But give me the under in this. Give me the money line. Give me the Indiana plus 6.5. I think this game is going to end up being closer than what people think. I know that it's going to be very unlikely that we do eventually see a upset occurring, but I have firm belief in a team like Indiana that they can cover the 6.5 point spread. So I have a lot of confidence in them. Definitely are looking forward to seeing what we have in store when Indiana and Notre Dame gets set to kick off very soon. But guys, until then, we're going to go ahead. Let's knock out a quick break. You guys are listening in to the College Football Nightcap, guys. We're in for a great show. Let's get it. Keys to victory for Indiana. Number one, you got to be able to get outside of this Notre Dame defense. You got to be able to attack them whenever they're down. You got to be able to make sure that you don't allow them to get outside the box. For Notre Dame, you got to attack the teeth of that Notre Dame of that Indiana defense. You have to be able to. You cannot allow them to get ahead early in this football game. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Oh, wow. Wow. Just like that, Riley Leonard has a pick. Wow. Jesus criminy. Last thing you wanted was to give that team any sort of momentum. Now it's just a bad throw. You can't have that. Okay, another thing that you have to do if you're Indiana, you got to get your two running backs involved. Tyson Lawton is a dog. You need to get him out onto the perimeter. Justice Ellison is another dude that you got to get involved in this offense. Both guys I think they're both averaging 5 yards a carry throughout this season. I think both have been really dynamic, both with a combined 22 total touchdowns. You have to be able to get momentum with guys like that. You have to be able to attack Notre Dame on the edge. You cannot allow them to get any sort of momentum as the game goes on. And you know that they have a lot of momentum going their way ever since that last game against the Northern Illinois. I mean, dude, you got to be able to attack this team where they're going to be weak at. So huge first play for Indiana, but doesn't look like they're going to do much with the football. Man, that holding penalty kills them, though. Puts them out of field goal range. Goes back from the 38 to the 48. Bam! Big play. Good throw from Curtis Rourke. You needed that one. You absolutely needed that one. Man, that is a big freaking. What a catch, dude. I mean, what a throw, a catch. Why would you throw that? That was a horrible comeback throw. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, dude. You didn't need that. Why would you throw that? You had plenty of time. Why would you throw it in double coverage? That was a bad play. Horrible decision. I don't understand why we're doing that. Hey, back and forth action, though. This is what you expected. Wow. I mean, you can't have stuff like that, especially that kills drives. You get all the way inside the red zone after you get a big turnover, and you turn the frickin' football over. You just can't have that. That's bad. That's bad. Jesus, dude. Man, that's just a bad play design. They tried to go to the crosser across the middle, but it's horribly thrown. And the safety, all he has to do is just stand there and play kind of like a center fielder. Bam, catch. That was it too freaking easy of a play. Way too freaking easy. Oh, man, that was just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, bro. You can't have bad plays. You can't have plays like that just not end right there. That was just bad. But no, man, we're off to a good start. I'm looking into our group chat right now over on Twitter. Said Riley Leonard and Curtis Rourke tonight. Quarterback the baby. That's funny. Mid-November. No, man, it's been a pretty abysmal start so far to the game. But you have to be able to get off to that quick start. For now for Notre Dame, where do you go? You got to get this option up a game involved. You got to get something that can make. All right, let's go over this play. Yeah, you got to take the check down if need be. Yeah, not a good decision from Rourke. I mean, I know it's pressure situation, but dude, you got to make good decisions in these situations. But the good thing about it is that Indiana's defense got them pinned back inside the 2. Man, they're going freaking heavy like you wouldn't believe. Ain't no way Jeremiah Love breaks off for a big. Oh, that dude is gone. Oh my God. That is how you start a football game. Wow. Oh my God. Dude. Wow. Oh my God. Dude, it's just a simple counter. Where are the safeties at? Why? I know we're loading the box because you're inside the 5, but dude, you got to have at least 2 back. All it was Love just hitting the sideline, following your tackle, hitting the hash, get to the numbers, and then work the sideline. That was impressive of a run that I've seen so far today. That was absolutely impressive. Oh, and now, let the beat down begin. I mean, hey, that's the big play capability that Notre Dame has been known for majority of this year. I mean, you got things like that just to work your way. And that is exactly what you wanted. Exactly what you needed, guys. I mean, that's a great play design from Notre Dame. Get Jeremiah Love involved in that offense and let him work. That's what you needed to do, and you got exactly that. It's just a simple counter, and as soon as he hits in between the C gap, right off of that tackle's backside, once he hits the hash, then he hits the numbers, and now he's hitting the sideline, and he is 88 and out the freaking gate. Man, that was impressive. Now, how does Indiana respond? I'll give Indiana this. They've had a heck of a season. They really have. You bring in 30 dudes from the portal, majority of which was at JMU last year, and you bring them into this year and you establish that program, you have the building blocks for success. Dude, this front is about to have a big, big day. They really are, man. So we'll see. Oh, wow. Hello. How about this? I like the score bug. What do y'all think of the score bug? Let me know in the comments down below what y'all think of what we got so far in the score bug. Okay. All right. So I think Indiana, you can't get cute. So you're playing hurry up right now, which I like. There's nothing I have a problem with, so that's good. You needed it. But honestly, guys, I mean, doesn't seem like there's a whole lot that is really all right. Looks like we're going in 21 personnel. Heavy. Okay. Dude, they're holding their own against that Notre Dame defense. I will give them that. They've done good so far this year. All right. 98-yarder, the shortest touchdown ever in a college football playoff. First round game, huh? Yep. Oh, God. That's funny. And, of course, Hulu is being like this, bro. Wow. By the way, guys, we're just going from different streams around YouTube just to get the college football stuff. So, hey, I mean, got to do what you got to do. Dude, they are getting these backs involved like you wouldn't believe, and you have to. Curtis Rourke, 1 of 5, 28 yards and an interception. Tyson Lawton, 3 rushes for 28 yards. Dude, they're going to rotate these two like you wouldn't believe. Nice. I mean, this is how Indiana responds, is that you have to be able to run to the outside of this Notre Dame. You don't want to run into the teeth of what has been so far the strength of Notre Dame, and that's the teeth of the defense. You can't allow that to even happen. Because if you do, you're going to put yourself in a bad situation down the stretch. There's no question about it. But I'll say this. If Indiana can hang around, if they score this drive, dude, that's big. As much as people can say, I mean, if you're able to go on these elongated drives, talking 10-plus plays on these drives, then you're going to be able to tire down this Notre Dame defense and keep them on the field. But the problem is that you got to eliminate the big play that Notre Dame's so well known for. And one of the biggest reasons why Notre Dame is in this position is because of guys like Jeremiah Love, because of dudes like Riley Leonard, that option game has been so deadly for them over the course of this year, and they've needed it. They've absolutely needed it. They deserved it at the end of the year. So we'll have to see what we got going on throughout the rest of this one. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm not really sure what really to expect down the stretch of the year. By the way, shout out to our boys over at Crane and Company, over at the Mission Cigar and Social Lounge. Appreciate all of them. By the way, 4th and 8, they decide to punt. So Notre Dame gets the football right back. So don't score. Wow. Another big missed opportunity for Indiana. You go right down the field. You get into decent field position, and you're not being able to put up points. But no, let's kind of go over the first touchdown of the football game for a little bit. Let's take a look at Brandon Marcello's post real fast. Let me go ahead and get that thing up and rolling real fast, and we'll do a little breakdown. So let's go ahead and take a look. So you're going to bunch everybody up at the line of scrimmage. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the box, and then 2 outside. Here's what we do here. You're going to be isolated one-on-one with this corner. And then what you do from here is that you're able. You got base, base, base. You got this tight end coming uphill to be able to play a BOB block on this outside backer. It's just a simple counterplay. And the middle just opens up right in between. We get beat on the line of scrimmage. He's high right here. I don't even know if you guys can see my mouse. But this guy right here is high as you know what. We get a bad pursuit angle. We get put into a bad position. We stay on our block. Good job by this receiver being able to just get enough of a block so that Love can get free. And it's just off to the races. That's an impressive way to start if you're Notre Dame. You absolutely needed that big play. And your offensive line came out and punched this Indiana game so bad. That was impressive as I have seen from that Indiana team. Or that was impressive as I have seen from that Notre Dame front 5. Extremely impressive, guys. I don't know, man. So far, takeaways from this football game as of now: big plays, missed opportunities for Indiana. Apart from that, guys, I mean, that was bad. That was really, really bad. Horrible start for Indiana. Got to find a way to finish this, dude. Got to find a way to finish here on out. All right, let's see where everybody's watching. Everybody's watching on Twitter. Okay. Okay, Twitter. All right. We need to get some people to hop on the show. I'll tell you what, when you talk about a guy like Riley Leonard and the career that he's had from Duke all the way to what we're seeing now in Indiana or in Notre Dame, it's really been a roller coaster ride, if we're all being honest. Because, I mean, let's just be honest, guys. It's been a really, really fun couple of series that we've gotten to see from this kid. I mean, he's just going to do some great things down the stretch in this game. Big completion. All right. 3rd and 2 at the Notre Dame 39. Dude, you got to go back to that counter game, bro. All right. So it feels so odd knowing where Indiana is right now, knowing the position that they've put themselves in. Yeah, I figured they would go back to that ground game. I knew Aeneas Williams, they were going to get Aeneas Williams involved. Dude, Aeneas Williams is a powerful running back. And he hadn't really gotten a whole lot of touches, but the guy's averaging almost 7 yards a carry in limited opportunities that he's gotten. It's impressive, to say the least. It really is. I mean, come on. Last game, 3 carries, 62 yards, had a long of 58. Dude, he can break off a big one. So I think if Notre Dame steadily rotates this running back room, we're in for a pretty fun one, if I'm being honest. So we'll just have to see what we got from here. Dude, Indiana's going quick. They're going extremely quick during this one. All right. All right, they got lucky there. They got absolutely lucky. Yeah, they're going quick. You got to go quick game with this offense or with this defense.
I don't know what the dealio is with my freaking. That's bullshit. I mean, how frick bullshit is this? We're getting shit on. This is bullshit.
Notre Dame leads by 2 touchdowns against Indiana. There with 12:52 to go in the second quarter. Are you ready for your next experience? The excitement in South and Spa. Dine at one of 6 award-winning restaurants or online.
All right, 14-0 already. Yeah. Riley Leonard with his first touchdown pass of the day. This one looks like it's about to get out of hand very quickly. Jesus, dude.
So it will not be my last trip to the 4 Winds, but I did do it today, as you mentioned. A nice pedicure, pregame pedicure, highly recommend. Also did it before the Texas A&M game, so I'm bringing everything I can to this game as well, Tony. But an amazing property that has tons of restaurants, a lot of fun. The fans have been there, having fun the last couple of days.
Sounds like you leave no stone or toe unturned.
You cannot. You got to take care of your feet. Lieutenant Dan said so.
All right, Notre Dame has all the momentum right now. Crowded, full, great environment here. Notre Dame Stadium, first ever
Eric Wolf.
college football playoff game on the side here. And Goins has it on the tee, kicking left to right. Indiana has fair caught now every kick, and they'll begin once more at their own 25-yard line. You mentioned the touchdown from Jeremiah Love earlier, 98 yards. Is the longest in the CFP era. Ezekiel Elliott.
Oh, wow.
2015, he went from 85, so he blows that record out of the water. You look at what the Irish did on the last drive line. 16 plays, 83 yards, takes 9 minutes and 8 seconds. That's exactly what you're looking for.
And it's been 45 minutes since the offense of Indiana has been on the field.
Wow.
In real time and 28 degrees.
45 minutes since Indiana's offense has been on the team.
What a time to do it in the CFP first round. Rourke from his zone at 25 takes a pistol snap, fakes the handoff, then runs it between the tackles for a yard. He rushed it 41 times this year, Ryan, and he lost 25 yards.
Jesus, dude.
But this is not a guy that runs the same way that Riley Leonard does.
No.
For over 700 yards in the season.
Well, there was an excellent job by Jordan Clark, who had man coverage, flew across the field right to left as a defender and stood with his receiver as they rolled out to throw the football.
Second down and 9 for Indiana. They move right to left at quarter number. Shotgun takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throws over the middle. The pass is caught. Keyshawn Williams makes the catch right between the hashes. He has enough for a first down. Gets it about a half yard across the 35 out to the 36 for Indiana first down.
Jalen Sneed there just looked a little too long at the ball carrier that didn't have the football. He was watching the running back and went to make the tackle when he realized he didn't have the football, and the ball went right where he was. And he stayed there a split second longer. That's a pick six.
Yeah.
Fresh set it down to the Hoosiers. On the move here in the second quarter, 11:40 to go. Notre Dame leads 14-0. Rourke hands it off, though, run left with Ellison. Takes his time, stutter steps, and finds a hole across the 40, turns it upfield over the 45. He's out across midfield. Good run from Justice Ellison. 15 yards.
He's a dude.
Jack Kaiser takes it.
Dude, Justice Ellison's going to be a guy to watch out for in the near future.
They are trying everything they can, Indiana, to get to that edge. Nothing that they came into the game with in the game plan.
If you remember about Justice Ellison, he was a transfer from Wake Forest this past year.
They're ready for our main dish.
A really important drive for Indiana, you feel like. They have to be hunting for points here. They're not going to down 3 scores on the road. Shotgun for Rourke, pitches it right. Ellison cuts it inside, not going to get much out of it. Great open field tackle by a freshman. Bryce Young in space. Xavier Watts helps him out as well.
What was he doing out there? Bryce Young was in defensive end, came into the line of scrimmage, and then went down 2 steps, and then flew out with incredible speed to make the tackle. Excellent effort from the freshman.
His dad, Bryant, of course, played at Notre Dame 14 years in the NFL, all with the 49ers, Super Bowl champ, Hall of Fame class of 2022. Second and 10 for the Hoosiers. Ball the Irish 49. Rourke down the shotgun. Throws. Goes tip. High in the air. Towards the turf. Almost picked off by Donovan Heinisch. It's incomplete. The ball was just hanging in midair for what seemed like an eternity. It falls to the ground and it sets up third down.
Junior Tui Halamaka with the inside rush that created that block of the pass because it was going to be to a wide open Omar Cooper.
Yeah.
He was going to be running like Forrest Gump to the end zone.
Finally. All right. Got a guest coming in. Let's welcome in Eric, none other than the man himself, Eric Brignat. What's up, dude? Good to see you.
Um, it's good to see you too, Lucas. It's been a while. Just really enjoying my weekend off right now. I just got back walking the dogs, and I'm just relaxing, just having a good time, brother.
Yeah, tell the people out there, tell them about yourself a little bit. We got 150, 160 plus of them right now tuning into the show. Tell them a little bit about yourself, man.
Well, y'all, as y'all can see on my lower third, that is on the bottom left screen right here. It's I graduated college in the class of 2024, my bachelor's in communications, where I am aspiring to be a sports broadcaster. It's something that I fell in love doing when I was a sophomore in high school, and I stuck with it all throughout my time. And I stuck with it throughout college, with all the support of my parents and all my siblings. Yeah, I'm actually one of 6 kids, and each and every individual of the family just cheered me on and supported me throughout. And if you need, some any analytical based opinions like on baseball or hockey, I'm your guy. I love connecting with people and I love talking with people. If y'all also, most importantly, need help growing in the faith, growing in the word of God, y'all can just reach out to me because I'm your guy who can connect with you and help you get started.
Talk a little bit about what's going on. Eric, you've been watching the football game today?
Alrighty, so as I mentioned before, I just got back from walking the dogs. I actually got the game pulled up on YouTube TV, and one thing that immediately stands out as I look at the numbers right here, that Indiana needs to get off the field on third downs because I'm looking at the score graphic. I'm looking at the statistics of the game right now, and Notre Dame has a perfect third down conversion percentage, which is mighty impressive and very rare that you see that. And also they're just all over the field in this game. I mean, they got 133 yards rushing compared to Indiana's 56. And despite like all the success that you can see in the statistics, it's still 14-0 with 7:45 left in the game. Indiana's just got to make the adjustments, like I said, on third down as well as just stopping the rush because that's really working very very well for Notre Dame right now.
I think for Indiana too. I mean, you got to be able to get in a position to where offensively you're able to convert. I mean, you can't just be getting on the other side of the field and just stall out. You've just made petty mistake after petty mistake. Very first drive of the game, boom, you get a pick and you get all the way inside the Notre Dame red zone, and bam, Curtis Rourke throws a horrible pass that ends up getting picked off. So we got 3rd and 16 now. It'll be 4th and 16, and first big stop for Notre Dame, for Indiana of the game. Now finally puts their offense back on the field, but it's starting to feel like this one's about to get out of hand very quickly if Notre Dame can score at least once more on their next possession.
If they can do that, they'll be up by 3 scores going to halftime, and that's what every coach wants to see. It's just getting ahead of the game as quickly as possible, as well as just separating yourself from the rest of the pack. And so far, like if Notre Dame, like you just said, Lucas, if they can score, but they can score right here, then this game really could get out of hand, and that's what the Notre Dame Fighting Irish are looking to do right now. Yeah, but when it comes to college football season, it seemed to be a very exciting, but also at the same time a very intriguing season. And did you ever have Indiana being a playoff contender in your bingo card prior to the season starting, Lucas?
I knew they were going to be good. I knew they were going to be a bowl team, but this was above anything what I was expecting. So, wow. Been a heck of a season for him. Make no mistake about it, man. I mean, you can't do nothing but give credit to what Indiana has done this year, and he's really been what Kurt Cignetti's done ever since he's been in Bloomington has been truly remarkable. Make no mistake about it. He's done very well during his time there, and he's going to continue to do well there as a coach. Just because, like he said already, Google me. He's got the resume to back it up, and he knows what to do to back up things like that. So, really excited to see what he has in store down the stretch in his career over in Indiana. It's going to be a long one.
It's also going to be an exciting one. I mean, you just open into the book of the realm of possibilities, and like just what you see like in this season right here, going 11-1, and you're playing against Notre Dame in the college football playoffs that's just been expanded to 12 teams. This is what you want to see. God bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. This is what you want to see if you're an Indiana fan, and it's going to be very exciting. Like, what can he do to build off such a successful campaign from this season, and how can it transition to the next and for many years down the road?
By the way, shout out to the Crane & Company crew. Jake was on the show yesterday. If you want to check out that episode, check out my bio over on my X at Lucas_Hill23. We are in the works of potentially getting a YouTube or getting another account for our X and for this show, College Football Nightcap. So really excited for that. First of all, I hate Roku. I hate that you're not letting me watch the college football playoff. Screw you, Disney. I mean, come on, dude. I want to watch football, and yet you're not allowing me to give me that opportunity. I mean,
Man, so what's been that alternative? That's where you can catch the games live.
I've been trying to find frickin' YouTube to go find something like that, but nothing really other than that has been really working because all I've been seeing is ESPNU's coverage of college basketball. Other than that, that's it. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and I would suggest YouTube TV. Just the only downside is I'm not sure if you're willing to pay for their price increase that they're looking to do. It's supposed to go to like $84 a month now, which is going to be just another typical typical cable company that's just going to keep increasing the prices just so you can produce this kind of content, which I don't think is fair to the everyday people who just want to watch football, who want to watch anything, period.
Eric, what you think about Diego Pavia getting an extra year of eligibility and the JUCO years not accounting against NCAA eligibility?
I think it's going to be big. It's going to be a great opportunity for him. He's going to have to work at it and just take advantage of this extra year so he can continue to develop and continue to grow as a quarterback. Man, watching the game right now, you have Indiana converted on third down, and then you all right here that gives them another first down, so they're starting to march down the field. Man, if they end up scoring on this drive, will there be any kind of urgency, or how bad would it be if you were Marcus Freeman that you just let them methodically drive downfield and get on the board for the first time?
You definitely really hate the play selection, especially on the offense for that last drive. So you're definitely on your coach's staff for that. So, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's desperate, but I will say that you're allowing this Indiana team to hang around in this football game after what you've done so far throughout this football game.
Agree there. Let's see what they do on second down. Man, that passing game's starting to get some work in. That's another first down in the air.
Starting to open up.
That they are so far the leading receiver for Indiana is Elijah Sauer. He's got, and I do apologize if I didn't pronounce his last name correctly. I'm sorry. 2 receptions for 43 yards, and he's averaging 22 yards per catch.
Yeah.
Dang it. And another takeaway I would like to point out right here, just look how close the time of possession is for Indiana compared to Notre Dame. They're only trailing the time possession to the Fighting Irish by 8 seconds. That is very interesting. I mean, Indiana's just starting to just take time off the clock and just they're looking to put something together. They're looking to get on the board right here. Let's see if they can convert. Let's see if they can achieve that goal right here.
Excellent play, fake, and just a fake and pop pass.
Wow, back on the football in a hurry. Price gets a swing past the line of scrimmage, spins out of the tackle, is inside the 20, shoved out of bounds at the 16-yard line. That's a 6-yard pickup for Indiana on first down.
I'm about to text a guy who I know, a guy who knows another guy that's definitely going to come get on here.
Oh, there you go. That's definitely a SpongeBob.
Hey, if Mark Rogers is watching this, come holla.
Oh, what's going to happen here? Man, Indiana did a go for it for 67% of the time this season. Can they convert another fourth down?
This is a ballsy call.
Timeout. Man, you go into timeout. That's the signal. They're potentially going to go for the field goal and just get 3 points on the board, or they're still are they going to draw up a play in hopes to score right here, or to at least convert.
Jeez.
On 3rd and 10, 3rd and 5, it's going to make it 4th and 4. I think he's going to go for it. I like that call.
Anyone in the chat?
This is going to be a tight one.
Oh, guys, there's no room for error. If they decide to go for it right here on 4th down, instead of just kicking that field goal, there's no room for error. They have to convert here. No ifs, ands, or buts. Leave no mistake.
Saying the game's on the line early on. I don't know about that. I know you still got a half of football, but you got to score if you're Indiana.
You have to. You definitely have to. And in terms of, just working in this industry, covering football, covering sports, I know we had some friends, just recently graduate. So shout out to them if they're watching. But what's going on with you, Lucas? What's the update for you at the university right now, working in that department?
I'm going to Mobile on Thursday to go cover the 68 Ventures Bowl between Bowling Green and Arkansas State.
Oh, nice. And what was that process like to be able to get media passes for this specific event? Like, did you have any issues, or did it take some extra time in order to get there?
I just went online and filled out a survey. I just did it myself.
Man, that right there, let that be the positive lesson of the day, ladies and gentlemen. If there's something you want to do, just go out, put something together, reach out, make that connection, and
Righty.
you'll be able to pull stuff like that.
Righty, come here. Righty. 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 Righty, get your butt over here. Hey. Hey. He probably ain't going to text back. We'll see. All right. You got to think about how this could possibly be the play that ends up switching up a lot of things for this team.
You said it.
Especially when you consider how the game is going for Indiana.
If you read that graphic on the bottom left, it said that in the first 12 games of the season, they trailed for a total of 22 minutes, 41 seconds. This game has been for nearly the same amount of time, but just 14 seconds less. Well,
yeah.
Man, it's very crazy to think about here. Man, so far, with just the playoffs all set, you got this game right here, Lucas. Man, do you have any takes, any projections that you have going forward?
With just overall?
Yeah, with just overall. It could be this game. It can be just the big picture.
Well, you got to be able to convert. We'll start. Got the field goal. You gotta get points. You gotta be able to get some momentum on the board. Dude, it's a huge, huge game for them. That's a huge, huge, huge advantage for them to get 3 on the board and to be able to keep yourself in the football game. But here's the thing: you're still allowing for Notre Dame to go down the field and potentially score with 3:26 left in the game. So we'll see, man. I'm not really sure with what to expect. We're in for a wild game. But if Notre Dame ends up scoring once more, they got 3 timeouts. So anything is possible. We'll just have to see what happens.
Yeah, it sure is. We're getting closer to halftime right here. 30 minutes of football is already going to be gone. We're going to have another 30 to go. So there's a lot that could happen here. We just got to sit down and enjoy the ride. See what comes into fruition.
Guys, we're now at 173 of you tuned in. Guys, if you have a comment, a question, make sure you holler at us on the YouTube. Leave your comment down below. It will get read. Leave a comment on the X. Also, if you're listening in still on Instagram, make sure that you holler at us. Really appreciate your support. Actually, I don't even know if we're live on Instagram anymore. I think that the hour mark has just ended. So we are now only live on Twitter and YouTube. So y'all know what to do with that.
If you're the players on the team, you're going to show that you are the best team in the country. And I'll say this, in its own category, it's the most beatable Georgia team in the last 4 years. Oh, sure. Still a phenomenal team.
Man, just listen to the energy.
Wow.
Everywhere. And Notre Dame will compete with this.
They're in for a good one tonight.
I
I love hearing that kind of energy from the fan base. It's just college football is just a whole nother level of energy.
Yeah, man. It's huge, sucks that we're seeing what we see from this team in Indiana. It's not pretty right now. You hope that things do get better down the stretch, but man, we'll see, man. I mean, it's still got a long ways to go. So far, it just looks like it's a completely almost a blowout at this point. I don't know, man. I mean, it's going to be a fun rest of the football game, but
Agreed. It's just so much of the unknown factor right now. Like, I mean, we just see what's going on right here in the first half, and we have like no projection of like how this is gonna play out. Like, sit back, enjoy the ride, watch the game.
Yeah.
The ball spotted at their own 17. Irish move left to right. Full receiver set for Riley Leonard, the quarterback. In the shotgun, claps for the ball. Drops and looks to throw on first down. Has plenty of time. Now the pocket breaks down. He rolls out to his right. Extends the football across the far sideline as he gets out over the 20.
Man, going ahead and looking at the schedule tomorrow, we have 3 more games coming on. SMU taking on Penn State. Clemson taking on the SEC. Going on tackle State. I'm hoping quite as entertaining as this game, but right now let's just enjoy the night to get there.
It'll be 1 yard for Leonard, and it's a 3rd down and 6 coming. I'm surprised Coach Signetti won't call timeout here. Notre Dame can take this to 2-minute timeout if they want before they decide what to call their 3rd down play.
I'm with you. I don't know what Coach Signetti doing. This is you got an opportunity to get the ball back here. He's just going to let it go down to the 2-minute parlay.
I think if I'm Marcus Freeman, I'm not calling it.
100%. Try and get him to jump offside for him.
There's a 1 second differential between the game and play clock. And Leonard's in the shotgun pocket for the football. Now he's looking to the sideline. 2:05. You're going to let it wind down. I think it's the right call. Notre Dame can take the snap with 2 minutes to go.
I don't know what Signetti was doing. The head coach for Indiana just was completely obtuse in that situation.
They lose about 35 seconds they could have salvaged. And now it allows Notre Dame to huddle.
All right, Mark Rogers will be joining us during the halftime show, so I'll go ahead and get him the StreamYard link. So Voice of College Football will be joining us in about 2 minutes and 47 seconds.
Every Sunday afternoon. Come on. From kickoff to sign off. From first downs and touchdowns.
Yeah, so go ahead and give a shout out.
Yeah, man. For those of y'all that don't know, Mark Rogers is a dog. I love Mark. He's got some great stuff going over on YouTube. He is the voice of college football. He is a member of the FWAA, was actually an ESPN analyst for a little bit. So he'll be on very shortly. Really excited to get him on very soon.
And I would hate to cut the party short. I'm actually gonna have to put my device on charge because I didn't realize I'm hitting 13% here. So try to get some juice up in here. And if you still need someone else and you want me to come back on, I'll hop on as soon as I can.
All right, Eric. Have a good one, brother.
Good man. Thank you.
That's Eric, man.
We really would appreciate it. I'll be bouncing between both streams and the holiday party. Having some fun. We live in the dream. We'll see you guys back in there. Thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button and turn on that bell so you don't miss it when we're live. All kinds of sports action. Back to the football. Good luck. I'm cheering for the Irish. Let's go Notre Dame. Joe Bowles, big Irish fan. The man, the best call in hockey at the league street right now. We'll see you back in. Andy would use his second timeout, although he figured he'd use his timeout before the last 2-minute timeout, so who knows. And then they try to get the ball back and put some points on the board before halftime. If Notre Dame converts, they have a full bonus timeouts and plenty of time to march down the field and try to grab points. So it feels like an actually very pivotal 3rd down and 6 coming here.
If you're going to pass it, you got to tell your team, give them the idea of what the number one blitz in this situation is. Different defenses blitz differently from 3rd and 3, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 7. I run the ball here and force Indiana to use another timeout so they only have one. And you might get the first down, too, running the football.
Indiana's late getting personnel on. Now they have to run James Carpenter off. Goodness, they're a mess.
Oh, my God. Is over the ball because both teams came from the huddle. The referee have been over the football. What was that?
I don't like it. 3 receivers to the bottom, 1 to the left for Leonard. 4 in total with Williams back to his right. Ball spotted in their own 21 now. He motions Mitchell Evans right to left. Shotgun for Leonard on 3rd and 6. Drops back to the throw. Casey throws. Diving catch by Faison at the 30. And it's complete.
Whoa.
Pitch and catch. Here's the first down. 10-yard pickup. They're on the ball in a hurry. They don't
Whoa.
Just run a play. See,
Gotta have that. Gotta get to the ball and snap it. They couldn't do it. Indiana was pretty convinced it was incomplete.
Jesus, dude.
Jordan Faison caught that. He made Case to me, but ball does not move. I put a milkshake on being a cat.
Very important to point out on the field, the call.
So is this one a completion? I don't know, man. Wow.
By Jordan Faison to come back for it.
I'm with you, Ryan. I don't think there's enough to overturn this. If they called it incomplete by chance on the field, you can make the case to me that there's enough for wiggle there that you could justify that call and keep it incomplete. But the fact that it's called complete and a first down on the field, I don't see enough to overturn this.
Hmm.
We got to work on David Alvarez's mic because that's a first down.
And now it's time to open up the playbook and go
Yeah.
find the drill. Deep routes. And I'm looking for Jaden Harrison on a big play. He has been waiting and waiting. With Jaden Greathouse. That's my pick. As Harrison's down the field right now, Jaden Greathouse on the left hash is going to be wide open.
You like one of Jaden's either way.
Jaden Greathouse left hash. Go get your head on the goalpost.
Direction for the Irish. Plenty of time. 1:50 to go here in the half. They have all 3 timeouts. That was a huge conversion because now Notre Dame
It really was.
Looked like you said it. And hunt for more points here late. Clock runs on the reset. Loads the back to Leonard's left. Leonard working out of the shotgun. Irish at their own 31-yard line. Takes the snap. Looks to throw. Pressure coming. Evades the rush to his left. Steps up and now he runs across the 30. Tumbles forward. Clock will continue to run as he gets to 37.
That time.
125.
Don't rush anything. You got to go, dude.
Excellent decision by Riley Leonard to run it quickly. Try and gain some
I mean, you've got plenty of time to go, but big, huge game.
Time to run double routes with your receivers. The first route is being picked up. So now you have to have your receivers break in quickly and then go up field on the secondary route from that.
He caught that football, by the way.
Just shot in midfield on 1st and 10. Leonard looks left, now dumps it over for Aeneas Williams. Makes the catch, stays on his feet across midfield, launching for more yards. He's going to be stopped a yard shy of the first down marker at the Indiana 48.
All right.
9-yard completion after Fisher stops it in the end. It'll be 2nd and 1, and Marcus Freeman uses a timeout to stop the clock with 42 seconds to go.
Phenomenal. Literally no look pass by Riley Leonard. His hand got hit while he threw it. He still threw it with enough authority so the ball would get there. Phenomenal catch by Aeneas Williams, and then staying on his feet, as you mentioned. Just a great play at a key moment in the game.
Michael Leonard was 0 for his first 2 with a batted ball for
Riley Leonard's had a good end to this half. He really has. He's done a great job of just being able to All right, here we go. Good. Got the one-on-one. I'll give it to him. That's good coverage on the outside. All right, 36 seconds left. 3rd and 1. I mean, what do you do now? Like, you have plenty of time, so you don't really necessarily have to go for the home run ball. All right, big first down. Stay in there. All right, that's fine. I mean, try to go to the check down, but it's hard to do so, especially when you have stuff like that in your. That's good pressure. That's what Indiana has been lacking majority of this football game. Now the question of this is, do you take a risk? If Notre Dame does get it 3 on this drive, if Indiana does have time, do you go for the home run ball? Good blitz pickup. Oh, yeah. All right. That was he took a shot. I'll give him that. Ooh, Lordy. Oh, he's flung the hell out of him. That's a good hit, though. I like it. I'm surprised they didn't call it a roughing the passer, because that fling would have gotten him. But I don't know. I guess the refs didn't see it. If you're Kirk Cincinnati, you got to put pressure. All right, go to the check down. Got the first. All right, you're still inbound. You got to get timeout. There you go, timeout. That was big. Going to the check down, and that's just letting your playmakers work. Good job by Aeneas Williams not letting traffic get in his way, and he manages to maneuver forward and gets a first down. So now you're putting your field goal kicker in a much better position to put this game into a 17-3 lead. So you feel like Notre Dame should be up a hell of a lot more, but at the same time, you could say the same for Indiana. You could say that they've had so many missed opportunities throughout this football game, and you've left points on the board. He's 8 of 18 in field goals this year. So Notre Dame has been very shaky with field goals. So we'll see what they do. They're going to send the field goal kicker up there. I'm surprised. I'm surprised they didn't run one more play to put him in better position. And he got it. Wow. Wow. Hey, I mean, holy cow. What a freaking kick. Wow. All right, Indiana's about to go. We're about to go into the half. 17-3 lead for Notre Dame. But man, this has been a very, very shaky start to this football game. And I think we knew about what was going to happen. Especially with how this game has gone. I think we knew Notre Dame was going to come in and absolutely dominate. All right, let's bring him in. None other than the voice of college football himself, Mark Rogers. Mark, what a first half we got. It's a sloppy game. Let's just be honest. But at the same time, we all knew what was going to happen. So far, it's been a blowout for Notre Dame. It's been a dominating game so far.
Yeah, Lucas, appreciate you being here, man, showing up, and appreciate you having me. So thank you so much for that. I saw the yawn at the end of the first half. That told me a lot when I first jumped on, and you gave it the big yawn at the end of that first half. Yeah, I did not expect Indiana was going to hang in this game. I didn't necessarily say it was going to be some massive blowout. But at the same time, yeah, Notre Dame's just bigger, stronger, more explosive on offense, which Notre Dame's rarely more explosive than anybody on offense. But then Indiana, Curtis Rourke is not off to a great start, certainly missing his targets and being flustered by the pass rush. And that was a big deal for me coming into this game, trying to convince myself that Indiana could be a real threat in this one, is that the two best defensive fronts that they faced this year, Ohio State and Michigan, had their way, and they really couldn't move the ball in those games or do anything. And he was under siege in those games. And so we've seen more of the same tonight against Notre Dame.
Yeah, I think a lot of people I've seen on Twitter, and people are like, oh my gosh, how is Indiana down? Oh, I thought they were actually going to keep it close. I mean, I think if you're Indiana, you got to go back to what was best for you. You're shooting yourself in the own foot at this point. This isn't like the Ohio State game where, well, technically it is because you're shooting yourself in the own foot on special teams. It's kind of the same thing. You turn the football over in the red zone after getting a huge interception on the first possession of the game. And then Curtis Rourke, I don't know what he was trying to do. I know he's trying to go to the crossing route. It's just a bad throw. It's way too far out in front of your receiver, and all the safety has to do is play center field and haul in that football. And then Jeremiah Love goes 98 and out the gate, which I thought is basically the definition of what has been going on in this football game. I think Indiana started to get a lot of pressure on Riley Leonard late. I know you saw that, especially on the last drive. You saw the hit that he took on the end. I thought it was going to be rough in the passer. I thought it was going to move up Notre Dame like close to the 20-yard line. But, dude, I'm surprised they went for a field goal with just 11 seconds left, and you have an extra timeout in your back pocket.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, they did have, I believe that was a fourth down play. So I think they had to go for it there in regards to, again, I think that was a fourth down play when they decided to go for the field goal. But
I thought they picked up the first down.
Oh, did they pick up the first down?
Yeah, because they ran the check down to Jordan Faison, and they got the first.
Okay. Yeah, somebody said on the broadcast, and again, I was setting up to join you, and so I wasn't really locked in the last couple of plays, but I thought I heard Greg McElroy say it was a fourth down play. But anyway,
never mind. It was a fourth down play. I thought they picked up the first down, but I was looking at the little yardstick where the field goal marker was, not the yellow line.
Yeah, they got this kicker in from South Carolina, Mitch Jeter, who had a nice career with the Gamecocks, 23 out of 25, but he's been injured this year and only 50%. And Notre Dame are the worst field goal kicking in the country, but they'll probably need him if they're going to continue to advance here against some better competition.
I think if you're Indiana, you got to go back to the ground game. You saw a lot of success with that.
Yeah.
Even just the little counter plays that you saw in the little draws. I mean, you could break off 4, 5, 6 yards apiece, and you were able to methodically move the ball down the field. You got to be more balanced. You got to take the pressure off of Curtis Rourke, knowing that he's on the road in a hostile environment in South Bend. And I think the defense really started to put a bit more pressure on Leonard. If you can get more stops like that, and if you can get more consistent on offense, and if you can convert your drives into points on the board, you're going to get much more comfortable in this football game. But right now, I think if Notre Dame scores one more time, it's a wrap for this football game.
Yeah, I got to be right there with you. I think Notre Dame's defense is strong enough. I don't see any big comeback here, but as long as it's within 2 scores, we're still going to be interested in this one. But if they stretch it out to 3, and obviously they get the ball first in the second half, like you say, the big Indiana momentum swing there at the beginning with the tipped pass at the line, the pickoff, they need to take advantage of that. That's really where it started to go downhill for him. And Curtis Rourke, just not on his game. And anytime a quarterback of his abilities off his game, I'm usually looking at whether it's wide receiver play or lack of protection up front. But even when he's had those things, he just has not looked good. And again, you mentioned what's probably been the play of the game thus far, because Indiana can go in there, silence the crowd, get on the board first, and he doesn't see his check down on the left sideline to get him the easy first down.
Yeah.
And he makes both a bad decision. I don't think he should have thrown the ball there, but he also, other quarterbacks would have been able to thread it in there. He didn't on this play. So bad decision and bad pass. And then I don't know what it says about the Indiana secondary that they couldn't have taken better angles on Jeremiah Love. 98 yards. Who goes 98 yards for a touchdown? That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's unbelievable, and it just goes to show you how dominant Notre Dame's offensive line has been majority of this football game. But I think, like you mentioned, it just seems to me, I knew going into this football game, we're looking at 2 teams that were highly, highly overrated going into this one. In all likelihood, depending on what happens next week with Georgia, I'll say I thought before Carson Beck got hurt, this was going to be a shoe-in. You can go, whoever wins this next round is getting knocked out next week. Now with Carson Beck out of the college football playoff, start to see, because I looked at early money lines. Me and Dave Shoemate talked about this on Texas Sports Unfiltered. If Indiana comes back and wins this one, they're 4.5-point dogs against Georgia. If the Irish win, if they hold on, 1.5-point favorites going up against Georgia. And I think part of that also is because of the lack of Carson Beck and company. And I think it just depends on how they win this football game too. But let's do a little early preview. So far with Notre Dame up, Notre Dame, Georgia. It's an interesting ball game. First time they would have met since 2019 or 2020.
Yeah, so they met 2017 at Notre Dame. The year that the Dogs made it to the national championship game, they won by 1 point at Notre Dame. And then, I think it was 2 years later. It might have been the next year, or it was 2 years later when Notre Dame went to Athens. And I think that final was 23-17. It was 23-16, 23-17, something in that range. And Notre Dame kept it a game, but Georgia was always just clearly the better team out in front. Man, I am surprised by the Vegas line. I know that the quarterback injury always affects the Vegas line more than anything from an injury status. And Carson Beck is certainly didn't have the season that most people expected him to, but still was a top 10 to 15 to 20 quarterback, something in that range. So it is significant, but I am thinking that Gunnar Stockton is going to be just fine. I don't know if he's going to play as well as Carson Beck would have, but I think he's going to be just fine. And I'm a bit surprised to hear that Notre Dame would be a slim favorite.
Yeah, this is all according to FanDuel's future odds that they have. But I know that odds can always flip-flop throughout the week. Biggest takeaway throughout the first half for you, Mark?
Biggest takeaway is that Notre Dame's just a decidedly better team than Indiana. I applaud what Kurt Signetti did this year. He came in with swag. He really injected that football program with a lot of confidence, with a lot of belief, made them play better than they are. They obviously got the benefit of a bad Big Ten schedule. We all know the deal there. They scheduled nobody in the non-con. They did what they had to do. If you would have told me that Indiana was going to go 11-1 this year, number one, I wouldn't have believed you. Number two, I would have guessed, okay, where did they get the scoop and score? Where did they get the missed field goal by somebody to lose a game? Where did they get the deflected pass to win another game? You know, they pretty much controlled that entire schedule outside of Michigan and, of course, the loss against Ohio State. So credit to them, amazing run. But we're seeing a pretty clear distinction, I think, between like a top 10 team in the country and a top 25 team.
Yeah, I think that also has to go along with strength of schedule. And it was very obvious this year was the absolute last year that you wanted to have strength of schedule be a decider, especially with how bad Indiana's was, with how bad SMU's was. Both of them getting over three-loss SEC teams. But at the end of the day, we're going to hear the complaining. We're going to hear the moaning about how an Indiana team got knocked out of the first round and got dominated by Notre Dame. But at the end of the day, it's one of those things where either something needs to change. Either the number of playoff teams needs to change from 12 to 8 so that we can get truly the best teams in college football at this point, or we need to have a lot more adjustments like the BCS had within their first couple of years, because it's obvious after 1 year, the 12 team, a lot of changes that need to be made into the offseason.
Lucas, for me, the changes would come first and foremost with the scheduling. I would force these teams to schedule competent non-conference opponents. I would take the scheduling out of the hands of the schools. They would no longer schedule their own non-conference games. It's a complete embarrassment that Indiana plays Western Illinois, Charlotte, and FIU as their non-conference games. It's pathetic. I just did a look at the Big Ten schedule for next year. They do the same thing next year. People make the excuse, well, they didn't know that they were going to be in the playoff or be that type of team. Well, if they don't have the confidence to believe that they can be that kind of program, then keep them out of the playoff. Schedule legitimate games, take it out of the hands of the teams themselves and schedule for them, set up a scheduling committee and make everybody's non-conference games equitable and fair and even as much as possible.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do. It's like what LSU's doing. They're scheduling Clemson. They're scheduling actual P4 opponents. They don't play a team that's outside of the P4 until I think probably 2027 when they play Houston. Well, actually, no, they'll be playing P4 opponents for the next 7 years, but the only one they'll have an opportunity to beat is Houston in 2027. But no. I agree with you, Mark. I think we got to take scheduling out of the hands of the schools and put it in the hands of the coaches and the ones that are internal staff in that football program. Because, I mean, we're getting horrible football games that are ultimately deciding for the committee. They basically eliminated strength of schedule this year for records. We took away 3 very good 3-loss teams from the SEC with a hell of a lot better strength of schedule, and we put them in with an Indiana team that looks absolutely irrelevant in the 2 big-time games that they played this year. We put them over an SMU team that I understand SMU's case, knowing that their only 2 losses were to a then top 10 BYU team and to a Clemson team in the ACC championship. But no, something needs to be done with scheduling. But Mark, big second half preview. What are we going to expect? What does Indiana need to change to get back in the football game? What does Notre Dame need to do to keep the foot on the gas pedal?
Well, I like your call about Indiana trying to run some of those gas plays, trap some of those, offensive fronts with trap plays, pull some guards. They had about 3 to 4 nice inside runs by Lawton with Tyson Lawton with those particular calls. And Curtis Rourke, hopefully for them, is going to be more of what he's been this season than he was. Obviously, they need to take advantage of turnovers. They failed to do that on the first possession.
Luckily, the special teams bug really hadn't hurt them so far as it did during that first big matchup with Ohio State. 14 was a big difference in that football game, but so far just 7 points off of the 1 turnover that they've had. Yeah, I mean, Indiana's got to stop getting cute with
and
the
yes,
football.
Lucas, their punter's horrible. Indiana's punter is terrible.
That punter is god awful, dude. I mean, it's been a problem majority of the year, but it's on full display now in prime time. That's what's even worse, man.
A 20-yard punt.
The longest that he's had is 30-7. Oh my God. I can get out there and I can punt better than that. And I'm a 240-pound defensive lineman.
So he's costing them 15 to 25 yards a shot himself. So that doesn't help.
A Division III freaking punter can kick longer than that. Maybe even about the same length.
It's bad.
Oh my gosh, dude. I mean, it's ridiculous. And just knowing the type of product that they're putting out with their special teams, they got to change something. Like you mentioned already, we got to go back to the ground game if you're Indiana. If you're Notre Dame, you got to keep pounding away. Jeremiah Love, since that one big run that he had early on with the 98-yarder, 2 carries for -7 yards, but which is kind of surprising that they haven't really run him as much. It's been him, Jadarian Price, and Riley Leonard kind of taking control of the majority of the option game, which is surprising to me. But it's worked out well, and I knew Riley Leonard and that Notre Dame offense was going to run a good bit of the option game, and they've done a really good job of being able to exploit that Indiana secondary.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mark Rogers, the voice of college football himself, joining in on our college football nightcap halftime show. Mark, let's have a great start to the second half, and hopefully we can have some better football on the side of Indiana, and hopefully we can have just a better overall football game than what we've seen so far today, brother. Have a great rest of the night.
Appreciate it, Lucas. I'm guessing that our best bet is that we're going to get better football on Saturday.
Oh my gosh, like you wouldn't believe. Let's go. Happy weekend, brother. Merry Christmas to you, and
Merry
have a
Christmas.
great one.
Thanks, Lucas. Have a good one, man.
All right, brother. Mark Rogers, voice of college football himself, joining in on college football nightcap. Yeah, I mean, we got to have better football to start the second half, man. But yeah, this has been an abysmal game so far. Am I surprised by it, to be honest with you? No. By the way, NFL draft in Green Bay, April 24th to the 26th. We will be live during that as well. We're going to be live during a lot of things, guys. I'm just letting you guys. I'm just letting you know. But shout out Mark Rogers over at the Voice of College Football. He is the man. Absolute legend, man. Absolute legend. By the way, guys, tomorrow's action. SMU Penn State at 11 a.m. on TNT. Tennessee, Ohio State finish up at 7 o'clock Central. Or actually, Clemson, Texas at 3. Man, look at the lines in these games. Ohio State 7-point favorites against Tennessee. Penn State 9-point favorites against SMU. Texas 13-point favorites over Clemson. So is it any shock to anybody? Honestly, no. But at the same time, guys, I mean, I don't know, man. You know, one of the things that Jake Crane told us yesterday, if you guys tuned into that game, was that Notre Dame was supposed to be like a routine person. You got to get up, brush your teeth, shower, do all that great stuff. And if you get into a routine, that's going to cause problems for your day. That's what we're seeing right now on the TV. So, guys, we're going to be back in just a minute when halftime gets back into it. Guys, you are listening in to College Football Nightcap, the first ever college football playoff live in-game analysis show. Thank you guys for tuning in. We will be back in just a minute. You're tuned in on X, YouTube, and Instagram.
spirit. Guinness and
All right. That's how the first half treated me, man. Let's see how the second half does. So far, we kind of not really having a whole lot of success right now.
17-3, Notre Dame leads over Indiana, and it's 2nd and 19 coming for the Hoosiers in a moment. Dick Sporting Goods believes that sports have the power to change lives.
I don't know, man.
Dick since the beginning. That you enjoy the game. Riley Mills was helped off to the sideline after that last sack. He was in providing pressure before Jalen Sneed brought Rourke down. They kind of collided as they made the hit and tackle combined for the sack, Ryan. Took him a while to get off. Needed the help of 2 athletic trainers. No word, of course, yet on his status, but you just hope he's okay.
Yeah, he kind of had his right leg go out and whip around Jaden Asbury as he was going down. Sorry, Jaden Sneed as he was going down to the ground. Tough. And you have the players on your roster like Gabriel Rubio. You have the depth. And again, what a nod to Marcus Freeman and his recruiting.
Rubio, Hines going to have to step up now. Howard Cross back and helping today has been on the field. He's out there with Rubio now for 2nd and 18 for Indiana. Ball spawned at their own 4-yard line. They're moving right to left here in the third quarter. Rourke's going to take this snap out of his own shotgun, out of his own end zone rather. Turns and hands it out. There's a flag as they're running left, and there's nowhere to go again. It's Jalen.
Jesus, dude. I mean, can we find a place to go?
The emotion on the offense. The question then becomes if you decline the penalty or not. I would decline it.
They were really late.
Yeah, that was an offsides penalty. I think there was an illegal motion initially, but
Not what you want. And learn that lesson now versus the fourth quarter, right? I mean, take every mistake with a positive lens. That's how you win. And what happened is the Indiana guy moved. He moved and the ref didn't call it.
yeah.
And when Joshua Burnham was pointing it out, they snapped the ball. I mean, these referees
I mean, you got to get them off target, man. I mean, you can't really do anything about it, but just play on. You're up freaking 2 possessions. Stay playing, bro.
This time, Notre Dame does well to string it out, and now a host of Irish defenders are able to get there and bring down Miles Price, Kaiser, Open, everybody in on the act to get the stop and set up 3rd and long.
And that's how you respond
Yeah.
to the penalty. Let it go play the next down, and play it intensely, which Notre Dame just did. Riley Mills now walking around, but he does have his helmet. He might be making a comeback.
It's a 2-yard pickup for Price. Burnham was in on that hit as well. 3rd and 11 for Indiana at their own 11. They need to get to the
All right.
22.
Nowhere.
3rd down.
Nowhere, and mean.
Three receivers to the top of the formation for one to the left. Shotgun snap along the near hash, takes the snap. Dropping back, and he's hit, and he's sacked again. On the way inside the 5. There he is again. Bryce Young blows it up.
Dude, Bryce Young has had a hell of a game.
Right after the snap, as the left defensive end for Notre Dame, and Curtis Rourke had nothing. A long arm, and then what he did is he dropped it. And went
Wow.
the lineman's front chest goes
Dude,
down.
Bryce Young has had a hell of a game, dude.
What a huge play for the freshman.
Better watch out.
6'7",
Bryce Young has 3 blocks.
258.
James Evans is kicking with his heels on the back of the goal line, and he does get one off a high spiraling kick. A good kick that backs Max Hurlman up to his own 48, takes it across midfield, takes a shot over the 45.
I can't believe he had a good kick.
11 yards return for Hurlman does well to get
Wow, man. That's impressive.
in Hoosier territory.
Had he gone left behind Xavier Watts, there was an entire wall of Notre Dame players.
Wow.
I'm not sure what Max Hurlman saw, but
He actually kicked it good.
to the left side.
I'm not going to lie to y'all. If Notre Dame scores on this next possession, we're going to go ahead and just end the stream. Like, not even going to lie. Like, I won't lie to you. We might just cut the stream off if we do.
Still screaming at the referee saying, "Do your job," and calling the false start.
Ooh.
Will take the snap and give it to Price. Runs right and cuts it up the middle. And he gets a pair of yards. Now to the 41-yard line again. It's Aiden Fisher for Indiana making the stop. He's been all over the play tonight. 8 tackles now for the lead tackler for the Hoosiers. Came in with 108 on the season.
Notre Dame's wanting to go quick, I'll say that.
Clock ticks and runs. Favors Notre Dame, leading here in the third. Pistol formation for Leonard with 2 receivers to the near side of the field. Price is the back to his right. Leonard claps for the football, looks left. Now he's flushed to his right, throws across the grain, and it's caught by Faison at the 35-yard line.
Wow.
Turns it upfield and gets it close to the sticks. He's down at the
Big play by Faison. Dude, Faison's been a dude today. If this is targeted,
Shoulder to helmet, bang. I don't know how they didn't call it in the field of play.
man, y'all so soft, bro.
That's about as clear as you can get.
I'm listening to the Notre Dame radio call too, guys, just so y'all know. Dude, this is some crap. Stream East, bruh. Stream East. What is up with you, bruh? Not gonna lie. Might be cutting the stream off soon. Not even gonna cap with y'all. Because this is a disaster. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and cut the stream off. We'll see what happens. Actually, nah. Wow.
Great work by Eli Raridan to pick it up and keep it from hitting the turf, and that's another first down.
I mean, like picking up something that fell out of the fridge. He caught that on the ground, bobbled it as you said, Tony, and he somehow came up with it.
Yeah.
Eli Raridan, the son of my teammate Scott Raridan when I was here at Notre Dame. Unbelievable control of the hands, and that's why you always want receivers to catch the ball with their hands, not their body, because they can manipulate the football.
Notre Dame's now on the edge of the red zone at the Indiana 20-yard line. Fresh set of downs, 1st and 10. Another high snap. Price gets the handoff from Leonard.
He's going to go down.
Get maybe a yard out of this. Turns it upfield, gets the 19, so it's a 1-yard pickup. I'm just going to flag those back-to-back high snaps coming from Pat Coogan to Riley Leonard in the last 2 plays.
Oh, God, dude.
So what I like is a pitch play to the field side or a sprint left play with Riley Leonard, giving him some options to throw the ball downfield.
Mentioned earlier, too, Rocco Spindler out. So Sam Pendleton, who's seen some action throughout the year, he slots in at right guard for Notre Dame on this drive. 2nd and 9. Price is the back to Leonard's right. 2 receivers left. Leonard takes the snap, looks left, now looks back right. He's hit in the backfield, and he's sacked.
Dude.
The 25-yard line, James Carpenter comes up. He has his 6th sack of the season. The big fella for the Hoosiers brings him down.
That was all on
James Carpenter's had a hell of a day.
He saw a blitzer coming backside, but the offensive line picked it up. He got a little happy.
Get out of there.
Not a good thing.
Get out of there. Is that a flag? Oh, my God. Why would you hit him that way? That might be Carpenter again. Yep, that's James Carpenter again, dude.
Leonard claps for the football. Looks left, pressure again in his face. Has to spin out of it. Rolling left. Now being chased from behind. He's just going to go out of bounds. Takes a huge shot along the sideline, and the flag's coming out. Oh, it's a killer penalty for the Hoosiers. It would have been long, and they hit Leonard 2 steps into the sideline.
Why?
And now Indiana is starting to lose its composure. Unnecessary to do that.
Yeah, I'm watching it right now. That's completely unnecessary.
Everybody know on that offensive line that number 99 just hit your quarterback out of bounds.
Kirk Cignetti's upset. I think mostly with James Carpenter, to your point, that's a killer penalty.
Well, why would you?
Down 14 points, and he's watching the clock just tick, tick, tick.
Make no mistake, James Carpenter is having a heck of a game, heck of a year. There's no need to even make a play like that. Just completely unnecessary. He's dude, Signetti's screaming, why? Yeah, there's no point. You were about to get off the field and you blew it. Just a horrible, horrible decision. I'm live.
He was outside his purview. He had no jurisdiction on the sideline. He attempted to enter into that jurisdiction, not his penalty.
Kurt Signetti's yelling why. And I think that's directed at Carpenter. Why'd you do that? Could have been fourth down. Instead, it's first down and 10 from the 12. Notre Dame knocking on the door. Leonard with a shovel pass. Jaden Thomas running left, gets inside the 10, spins up towards the 5. Good pickup on first down.
Yeah, put Carpenter back in, dude. I mean, you only keep him out for a play. Don't take him out the whole freaking game. I mean, it's stupid about it.
Just a phenomenal breadth of play calling tonight by Mike Denbrock, the offensive coordinator for Notre Dame. Everyone's been activated. Jordan Payton's on. Even Chris Mitchell got a catch earlier today. Bo Collins has been targeted. Mitch Evans has been targeted. Eli Raven has catches. I mean, what a phenomenal distribution of play calling to get all players involved in the biggest game of the year.
Second down and 2 from the 4-yard line. Bo Collins to the right. Thomas motions left. Price is the back. Behind Leonard. Gets the handoff. Running up the middle. Now tries to bounce it out to the near side of the field. And Indiana strings it out. It's Aiden Fisher again. Wow. 2-yard loss. This linebacker from Fredericksburg, Virginia, is just all over the field.
And right now,
Aiden Fisher's had a great game.
They're looking for the big play, and sometimes you just got to take 2 yards because now you back the ball up a little bit. Ronnie Leonard's walking.
Get out of there.
Injured right now.
Check down. You better put all 11 on the ball. Good. Oh, no. All right. That was a weird play. I thought he was. I figured he was down. I wasn't sure.
17-3 here in the third quarter. Shotgun snap for Leonard. Looks right. Now looks.
Oh, yep. There he is. He's down. Yep.
Tries to turn it towards the far sideline. Makes one man miss. But he's taken down to the 10. Whistles come out. He thought he kept his knee off the turf. But they ruled him down to the 10.
Yeah, I thought he kept his knee off the turf as well. I thought that could have been.
I don't think he was down. Point down. Well, I get a look at him. Get a little review.
Hello, what do we have here? What is this? We're going swinging gate? What is this? Hello. Yeah, what was that? And a huge stand for Indiana.
Look here now. They were in field goal.
Marcus Freeman got cute.
Into a weird formation. Everyone's outside the hashes. This is 4th and 8. They're going to snap it, throw it left to Evans. He's running inside the 5, and Indiana calls timeout. Kurt Signetti, I think, may have saved his team here.
Well, they got the tackle, so it would have been a turnover on downs. I just love the effort on special teams by this coaching staff.
My God.
Timeout. Indiana, they're first to the half.
And it doesn't matter because now Indiana has one left timeout.
It's a win.
What a phenomenal play call at the exact right time. Remember, this is a coaching staff that had big moments before, had 10 guys on the field, didn't have the right personnel, and now they've got it.
Wow, this is okay. I gotta try to describe this. They have,
Dude.
I think it's Davis Sherwood, who's Andrew Yanishak's the long snapper there. They motion the entire formation, all the linemen to the left, outside the far hashes. The center's by himself. Mitchell Evans is behind.
Dude, now you got to play safe.
Stands up and instead of snapping it through his legs, throws a little underhand pitch pass to Evans, who ran behind them. And like you said, it was stopped shy and the whistles came out. Who knows if they actually got to run the play, but that's amazing. They were going to fake the field goal in a 2-score game and try to run it in with another exotic fake.
Wow. Now you got to play safe. Hey. False start. Yep. Now makes it a 33-yarder.
This can make it a 3-score game. Oh, early motion. Who's this against? This kick's not going to count. Came after the whistle. There's movement up front. I thought Indiana went first, but I'm, of course, very biased.
All right. Let's see what Notre Dame can do with this one. They get the field goal here. It's over with, to be honest with you. Makes it 3 possessions. He got it. Boom. 20-3. We end the third. We get close to the end of the third quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, the way that this is going, there's no way that I can see Indiana coming back from this. Guys, that's going to wrap it up for us here on our first live show. 189 of you decided to tune in. We appreciate you. We appreciate your time. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you all coming Monday on the Nightcap.